Hi everyone. Welcome to Desk Crit 3. I'm going to start off by giving you a little bit of a rundown about how the past week has gone and what I've learned. I started the week by giving my input to my partner or to one of my team members. So I did start the week with that. I started the readings, and I've, of course, been delving every day into Adobe Captivate. Now, as I told you in my last Desk Crit, Adobe Captivate has been a major challenge for me. I have continued, though, to use the app throughout the week. So this week, I took the time every other day to get on there and try to learn more about the slides. And I did make a few changes and improvements. Unfortunately, when I went to do my video, when everything was due, I realized that somehow everything was completely gone. So that was a little bit of an unexpected turn, I guess you could say. I've been struggling with Adobe Captivate, but I have been utilizing it. I had actually created slides and everything was erased. I couldn't find anything. So I started from scratch. So I had to, this week, instead of doing the 3 slides that were on the agenda, I had to start from the beginning. And this time I decided to utilize PowerPoint. I did learn some things from Adobe Captivate, but I decided to try some of the things that were listed this week as far as animations on PowerPoint, because I really haven't used PowerPoint, even though I've used it and it's very common. It's something I've used more often than Captivate. I haven't used a lot of the features with it. So this was a learning experience for me because there are some things I did not realize PowerPoint that you could do in PowerPoint. I did, want to give a shout out to my team because I did get some good input from Noelle. She had some good videos that she shared with us, and Angela has given me some insight as well. So I do want to thank them for, really helping me towards this, because I wouldn't have gotten here if I wouldn't have gotten that input. So I want to show you now what I worked on. I did not only the 3 slides that were due, but I had to redo the other 3 slides. And maybe that's okay, because I feel like it ended up turning out way better. So I'm just going to stop talking now, and I'm going to go through the slides, a total of 6 slides. We're going to start from the beginning so you can see basically where I started back from the drawing board. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into presentation mode, and I'm going to skip through a few of these things as we go along. Here we go. What emergencies are most common? Medical emergencies that have occurred at dental practices include syncope, angina, hypoglycemia, epileptic seizures, choking, asthma, anaphylaxis, and cardiac arrest. It's estimated, on average, a general dental practitioner will experience a medical emergency at least once every 2 years. Let's learn more about vasovagal syncope. And I'm going to go back to that slide because it didn't play exactly as it should have. But basically, it plays the video.
Syncope refers to passing out or fainting. Vasovagal syncope is the medical term for fainting that is brought on by specific triggers like...
Okay, so basically that was a video that played. It went over the video, vasovagal syncope, and then we're going on to the next slide. Watch how this dental team handles syncope in their dental office. So then we're going to go on to the video, which I have here. So what I really like is I did learn more about transitioning things, as you can see how he sort of
Syncope refers
morphed
to passing out
into
or
things.
fainting.
So that was
Vasovagal syncope is
really cool. I thought I found it difficult to find a lot of these cutout characters. I did go to freepic.com, but I had a hard time finding the cutout people. So I did find this guy, and the way I work this into this slide is I put, this is sort of the screen that the patient would see if they were in the dental chair. So I thought it was cool to sort of make that screen that the patient should see the video. So that was kind of neat. That's something that I thought was cool.
Let's learn more about vasovagal syncope.
So we play the video, we move on, he transitions, and now watch how this dental team handles syncope in their office. And I did have a video, but for some reason I think it got displaced. But the video is going to play. And I did this to where it's on a little television stand, which I found to cut out, and I put the TV on it. So I thought that was cool.
I'm stuck on here now.
Again, he's transitioning. And I probably need to work on this transition because he switched spots.
Now it's time to stop and see what you've learned. We're going to go ahead and role play. I'd like at least 2 of you to volunteer to act out what it's like to treat syncope in the dental office. Let's start.
So here I have let's see what you've learned. So really the way I went through these transitions were I started with my introduction. The second slide went into what are the common emergencies you can find in the dental office. My third slide started with explaining basically syncope. That was the first one I went over. So what is syncope? The fourth slide after that was showing how the dental office handled syncope. The fifth slide went into, it was a role play slide. So what I did was, at this point, I thought it would be really cool to have the class, let's stop for a moment and let's role play. So this would be a good time to get everybody up and moving because people don't like sitting through these PowerPoint presentations and they get kind of zoned out and sleepy. So at this point, they get up, they role play, this medical emergency, then we get back to it. Then we'll go on to the next one. So the next slide after that was let's see what you've learned about vasovagal syncope. And they scan the QR code so that they can take the actual quiz on their phone if I'm doing this on a PowerPoint. So it's interactive. I was trying to actually insert the form into the PowerPoint, but I did encounter issues with it. So this is my other option. I thought that would be cool because they'd actually be able to do it from their desk. So we went on to that. And then I went ahead and this is my 6th slide as we moved on. He's transitioning again to this. It's a similar situation that we were in before. Let's learn more about angina. And now we're here. We have our video, which it's going to play the video of angina. And that concludes my slide for slide number 6. So that's pretty much what I ended up doing this week. It was a little challenging. It was a little frustrating, honestly, having to restart everything. It took a lot of time for me because I'm not as savvy with all of this technology and everything. So I'm learning, that's the whole idea. But I really appreciate all the feedback that I've received, and I hope that you continue to give me some tips and tricks along the way. It's definitely appreciated, and I thank you for watching.